So dear students, now we will going to perform the practical experiment number 8 of our electronic devices circuits lab, that is frequency response of CECB cascode amplifier. The aim of our experiment is to plot the frequency response of CECB cascode amplifier and determine its voltage gain and bandwidth. So this is what you are seeing here is nothing but the CECB multi-stage amplifier kit, where this stage Q1 we are used here BC108 transistor NPN transistor. This stage Q1 is nothing but a single stage common emitter amplifier. Input is given to the base of the amplifier, emitter is connected to ground, and output of first stage, that is collector, is connected to the emitter of second stage. So transistor Q2 is basically once again a BC10 transistor which is used in common base configuration. Input given to the emitter, output taken from collector, base is common. So first stage is common emitter, second stage common base. Please kindly note this type of amplifier is known as cascode amplifier. The application of this amplifier is basically in high frequency applications. So here once again we are using the biasing DC power supply. This is a dual power supply. Here we are using the P part. We are setting the voltage biasing supply to 18 volts. We will apply biasing supply of 18 volts. So this is the 18 volt we have set here. This 18 volt will be applied to the kit. First of all, we will apply the input. We will set the function generator. This is function generator, already knowing about this. We have applying the sine wave. We have set our input signal frequency of 1 kHz and output of 30 millivolt, and the function generator output is 30 millivolt. Sine wave signal we will going to attenuate 40 dB, so we will get output in millivolts. Input is applied to the input terminals. Output will go into observe on CRO. This is the CRO, where it is a dual channel 30 MHz oscilloscope, dual channel 30 MHz oscilloscope. We are using channel number 2. So output will go into observe CRO. This output we are taking. So see here, the basic thing is that input is applied to the input of first stage and output is taken to the output from second stage. The output of first stage is directly coupled to the input of second stage, and the output of second stage will be observed on CRO. Here we will apply the biasing supply, positive as well as negative VCC. So here when we have applied input signal of 30 millivolts at 1 kHz, we are getting an amplified signal at the output. We are getting a perfect sinusoidal signal. So circuit behaves as a faithful amplifier. And now we will go into the frequency response. Frequency response means we will going to keep the input amplitude of the signal, input signal, that is the AC signal, sinusoidal signal. The input amplitude of 30 millivolt will remain constant, and we will going to vary the frequency in steps, and we will see what is the effect on the output. So naturally now we will start our variation from low frequency. I have kept here the frequency to a very low value. Just it is about 3 Hz. It is not possible to observe output 3 Hz, so we are setting the frequency of 30 Hz. So you will see that the frequency of 30 Hz, the input signal is of 30 millivolt. 30 Hz is applied to the input of first stage, and the output of second stage is observed as CRO. It is very difficult to observe the output at such a low frequency. So naturally we see that the output is a very small, the noisy signal. So it is nearly equals to, if we are going to observe, it is equals to 1 into 0.1 means 0.1 volts. In this video, when you will observe it on the on your PC, due to the resolution of the camera, you will not observe the perfect output because the signal frequency is very low. Okay, it doesn't matter. We are going to change the frequency. Now I am setting the frequency to the 100 Hz. Once again, it is a low frequency. We are working in Hertz. For your kind information, the signal which you are getting at your home, that is 230 volt, it is a 50 Hz signal. It is a sine wave of 30 millivolt. Please note, it is millivolt, and the frequency I have set only up to the 100 Hz. It is a very low frequency what we are using our communication. So it is been set nearly to 100 hertz. And see what is the output. We are getting some good output. So you can see here the sinusoidal signal. It is of nearly 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.8 into 0.5. 0.8 into 0.5 is the amplitude of the output voltage. So we see that when our input signal frequency is low, output is also very low. Now as the frequency will go on increasing, slowly and slowly output will go on increasing. I am increasing the frequency to the 200 hertz. Frequency I have made double, I have kept the frequency of 200 hertz. So when frequency is set to nearly 200 hertz, we are getting a quite stable and good output. We are getting a sine wave whose amplitude is 1.4 into 0.5. 1.4 into 0.5 means it is 0.7 volt peak to peak. So gain will be equal to 0.7 volt divided by 30 millivolt. That is the AV. AV in dB is equal to 20 log to the base 10 mod of AV. So here, as the frequency has been increased, we see that output is going to increase. Now once again we are going to increase the frequency. Now I am setting the frequency to nearly 300 hertz. So when the frequency is nearly equal to 300 hertz, output has been increased. The output has been increased to a high value. Now it is 2 into 0.5 means output has changed to 1 volts. So input is in millivolts, output is in volts. So this is a circuit which amplifies the signal. It is also known as small signal amplifier because the millivolt signal is been amplified to a very higher value. We are getting good gain. So this is the specialty of a multi-stage amplifier. It provides a very high gain. So at low frequency we see that the gain is very low, but as the frequency increases, the gain increases, because at low frequencies the reactances of the coupling and bypass capacitor is very high. Due to these reactances, it will oppose the flow of input signal. So less input signal goes to the input of amplifier and naturally the output also very low. So who affects the gain at low frequency? Please note the coupling and bypass capacitor. This is the coupling capacitor you are seeing here. These are 1, 2, 3 coupling capacitor and this is a bypass capacitor. So this 4 capacitor affects the gain at low frequency, and when the frequency will go on increasing, naturally reactances go on decreasing and gain will go on increasing. So here you see that once again we will go on increasing the frequency. हम थोड़ा frequency बढ़ा देते हैं. Now I am increasing the frequency up to 1 kilohertz. So when the frequency is nearly equals to 1 kilohertz, the gain has been increased to a very high value. We see that the gain has been now increased and the output voltage also increased. The output voltage increased to 1, 2, 3, 3.4 into 0.5 means it is 1.7 volts. So from 1 volt output has been increased to 1.7 volt. Naturally the gain has been also increased. This is for our frequency of 1 kilohertz. So at 1 kilohertz we are getting a maximum good gain. Still then we are going to increase the frequency. Now I will increase the frequency nearly to 3 kilohertz. So frequency is being increased to up to 3 kilohertz. So when frequency of 3 kilohertz, you see that once again the gain has been increased. Now we see that the gain has been increased to, that means the output voltage has been increased 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into 0.5 is 2 volts. So as the frequency has been increased, the reactance has been decreased and the output signal has been increased. The output has been increased from 1.4 volts to 2 volts, and now the voltage gain will be maximum at the 3 kilohertz. Once again we will going to increase the frequency. Now we see that though there is change in the frequency, you can see here clearly the gain remains nearly constant. That means for 3 kilohertz onwards, you can see here I am going to vary the frequency from here side. We see that though there is a change in the frequency, the gain remains constant. Though there is change in the frequency from 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz, the gain remains constant. So here I am making the frequency to maximum of 30 kilohertz. So the frequency is nearly equals to 30 kilohertz and the gain is same, that is 4 into 0.5 is 2 volts. Voltage, output voltage of 2 volt, gain is equal to 2 divided by 30 millivolt. So we are getting a maximum gain nearly equal to 200, and we see that as frequency varies from 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz, now we are again going to increase the frequency. I am increasing the frequency up to 100 kilohertz. So the frequency is nearly made to 101 kilohertz. And we see that though the frequency has been increased from 100 kilohertz, the output voltage remains constant. Output voltage remains constant and gain also remains constant. That means from the frequency of 3 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz also, the gain remains constant. So it is having a very wide flat frequency response for a very large range of frequencies. The gain remains constant. Now I am going to increase the frequency up to 300 kilohertz. So up to 300 kilohertz also the gain remains constant. So we see that this is such a type of multi-stage amplifier which is giving a very high gain along with a large bandwidth, because start ranging from 300 to ranging from 3 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz, the gain remains constant, output voltage constant and the gain remains constant. Now still then I am going to increase the frequency. Now I will change the frequency to 500 kilohertz. Let's see what happens. So here the frequency has been increased to 500 kilohertz, and we see that there is small minor decrease in the output voltage. It is only of 0.1 volt. So we see that from 3 kilohertz to 500 kilohertz the gain is nearly constant. Now I am increasing the frequency. I have increased the frequency to 600 kilohertz. I will going to increase the frequency to 600 kilohertz. Let's see what happens. So frequency is nearly 600 kilohertz, and we see that now the output voltage has been decreased. The output voltage is now 3.4 into 0.5 means 1.7 volts. So from 2 volts output has been decreased to 1.7 volt. Naturally the voltage is also going to be reduced. So once again at high frequency the gain start reducing. Let's see what happens for 700 kilohertz. So I have set the frequency nearly to 700 kilohertz, and we see that the output voltage has been decreased to 3. So 3 into 0.5 means it is equals to 1.5 volts. So from 2 volts output voltage has been come down to 1.5 volt. So as the frequency increases, output voltage decreases. What's happened? Let me see. We'll move towards the higher value of 1 megahertz. So I have changed the frequency nearly to 1 megahertz, and we see that for 1 megahertz the output has been reduces to 2.6 into 0.5 means 1.3 volt. So as the frequency increases the output voltage decreases. Why? Because at high frequency the internal junction capacitances of these transistors will come into existence. This will make the collector to base short circuit, and due to which the output voltage will going to reduce. So we see that at high frequency, due to the reactances of our internal junction capacitances, which is present only at high frequencies, which will going to get reduced the whole output voltage and will reduce the gain of the amplifier. So the conclusion is that this circuit provides the maximum gain in a mid frequency range, ranging from 3 kHz to 500 kHz. Thus the circuit provides maximum gain with a very large bandwidth. So this is such a multi-stage amplifier which is having a very high gain. The gain is due to the common emitter amplifier or common base. No, here in cascade amplifier, the common emitter amplifier voltage gain tends to become 1 due to loading effect of common base, and the overall voltage gain will be provided of the common base amplifier. The low frequency response will be given better by common emitter, and the high frequency will be given better by a common base. So this is the amplifier which provides the maximum gain in the mid frequency range with a larger bandwidth. Naturally, if as per the characteristics of multi-stage, as the gain will go on increasing, further the bandwidth will go on decreasing, because according to the GBW gain bandwidth product, as the value of voltage gain increases, the bandwidth decreases. So here we are getting such a frequency response. The waveform we can observe clearly. Once again, I have made you aware that we have seen the frequency response by changing the frequency from low to maximum value, and we have seen what is the effect on the output voltage waveform, and thus we conclude that as the frequency at low frequency, the gain is very, output voltage very low. As frequency increases, the reactances of coupling and capacitance, coupling and bypass capacitor start reducing, and the gain start increasing. In mid frequency, the reactances of this coupling and bypass capacitor become zero, and the circuit provide maximum gain with a wide frequency response, flat frequency response in mid frequency range, and once again at high frequencies, due to reactances of internal junction capacitances, the gain reduces. This is the characteristic of cascade amplifier, which is mostly used in high frequency applications because it is having wide bandwidth with good gain. Once again, we'll check the output at 1 kHz. So here I have kept the frequency of 1 kHz, and we see that at 1 kHz the output has been increased. Once again, we are getting a very good sign. If you want, we can observe both the input and output from a time by using the CRO in dual mode. So here I am connecting the one more CRO probe to the input terminals. I have kept the CRO in dual channel mode, and we see that what happens. Let's see. At channel number 1, we are observing the input, and at channel number 2, we are observing the output. So you see that both the input and output waveform both the inputs and output waveform are observed at a time. So we see that there is completely 180-degree phase shift between input and output. The first one channel is showing the input signal, and the second channel is showing the output signal. We see that when input is positive, output is negative, and when output is negative, input is positive. Why? Because the phase shift of common emitter amplifier is 180 degree, and the phase shift of common base is 0 degree. So total phase shift is equals to 180 degree, due to which we are getting the phase shift between the input and output signal. This is observed on the CRO. On the CRO, we are seeing the waveforms, input and output waveforms with a 180-degree phase shift. So this finishes our experiment number 8. Okay, thank you. So conclusion is that CECB cascade amplifier provide maximum gain in the mid frequency region, and as compared to CC cascade amplifier, the gain is low but the bandwidth is high.